Hey guys, welcome back. Football Talk with Coach Chip. Season 2, Episode 6. We're going to be talking about leverage. Now, some of y'all that follow me on Facebook and have seen me post on some other groups besides the Football Talk with Coach Chip Facebook group may have seen last week I put out there, I said, hey guys, give me your definition or description of leverage. I got some great definitions. It's easy to tell who are the defensive coaches and who are the offensive coaches and who are the offensive line coaches, because leverage to an offensive line coach is totally different from leverage to a wide receiver coach or to a Steve Sarkisian or Lane Kiffin type coach. Okay, because they're looking for that pre-snap leverage to throw those access throws or those gifts or those screens that are an option over on the backside of the run and things like this. And of course, your RPOs are nothing but leverage. But I got great stuff. I had several people talk about if your eyes are below the other guy's eyes, that's leverage. Okay, low man wins. Lowest hips have leverage. I thought about when people were talking like that, I said, what about that torquing when you get that arm on the outside and those hips and you pin that guy inside or pin him outside, whichever the case may be. That's leverage. Leverage is, it goes back to physics when you take something in there and you lever it out, leverage it out. That's what leverage is. But the kind of leverage that we're going to be talking about today, it doesn't mean anybody's right or wrong. It's just a different use of the term and a different way to talk about leverage. All right, so let's get started. We're going to be talking about using leverage on offense, and we're talking about pre and post snap reads by the numbers. Just simply counting. How many folks do we have out there? Look here, this is several years back. We took our kids and we emptied it. We went end over. Our left end is all the way over here on the right. And they did a good job. They came out and matched us, but these guys are trying to play man, and so we come busting off and they back out. And it's good stuff. Of course, we're running jet. So you got the leverage. Even though they matched us pretty good, but that's what I was trying to do. It's a good way to come out of on the first play or come out of timeout. Now here we emptied it. Sorry about that. Here we go. We're going to empty it. And we don't have four over. See, there's the tailback. So we got trips over here. And we had numbers. Look, we had numbers. Didn't do a very good job blocking on the inside, but didn't have to. Okay? So what is leverage? Put that guy in jet motion. Okay, you fake the jet or you run the jet. The quarterback, those of y'all have seen my jet stuff, I tell the quarterback to look over there on the back side. And if that dog vacates the flat, bumps back in, and the reason that matters to us, why would we care if we're running jet right? Well, here's the thing. If an outside backer, and I call them dogs, bumps back into the box, they're taking the counter off the jet away from you. Okay? So we want to throw that slant to make them play this guy right here. Make him leave him out there. Have two guys out here in the area of one guy, the receiver. And now we can come back and run counter a little bit better, numbers wise. And so that'd be leverage. When he bumps back inside, now we've got the leverage numbers to throw the slant or throw a hitch right here. If he stays out, okay, if he stays out there, then we've got leverage to run the counter. All right, what is leverage? Access throws, or some coaches call them the gifts. They've got a run called one way. Our pre-snap leverage. RPOs are post-snap leverage. All right, look here, we give them jet motion. Let's say it's something like a 4-2-5 team or something like that, or a 3-4 team, and or 3-3 team. And the guy goes in motion, and they rotate him back to safety. See, now we've got leverage over here. We can run that slant we talked about. We can run, if this guy's playing man and he's bailing, we can run the hitch. Okay, maybe want to throw a quick little now pass, just boom, boom. Quarterback catch it, just whip that joker out there. You've also got all kind of things. You can, hey, look here, you got your running back right here. This is leverage. Ball snap, get a little just a half-hearted fake right there because the motion's taking care of it. This cat here swings, and this cat here stalks. Now you're 2-on-1. That's leverage. You got numbers. Now this kind of thing like 15, 20 years ago, we didn't use the term leverage. Leverage has become a term that's kind of like culture. What we used to call years ago, we called it team chemistry. Okay? You know, what's the character of the team? Things like that. Well, culture's become the key word. And I don't have an issue with that. You know, terms change. What they call leverage now, we used to call, hey, you got numbers out here. You know, we do this, this, and this. We'll have numbers on the outside. And sometimes you got your double wing teams. Okay, they're going to run that superpower. That's a form of leverage. They're trying to outnumber you at the point of attack. And that's what a lot of coaches, their response was. I got an overwhelming response. I put the question on like 6 different Facebook groups, different coaching groups, and I just got great response. And if you're watching this and you're one of those, thank you so much. And I posted a thank you on most of them. But all I was trying to do was just get some input from coaches, what they think of when they think of leverage. Just because I was curious. You know, some of them, you could tell they were just sharing ideas, and some of them, I guess they thought I didn't know what I was talking about, and it came across like they were lecturing me. But that's all right. They don't know me. They don't know I've been doing this 35 years. They ain't seen that mantle behind me. Okay? Now, here's another form of leverage. Now, Alabama had that great team, and here we are in the spring of 2021. So just recently, you know, the 2020 season, it was similar to the team in 2019 that LSU had as far as the offensive numbers they put up. And I was watching, I do a lot of studying of film during the off season, a lot of different college film, and just go through and find out what teams do things I'm interested in. And even if there was no pandemic, it's a lot easier to go on YouTube. And if you find something that you really want to talk to somebody about, call them or go see them. And I'm hoping that's going to come up. But I wanted to show y'all this. All right, now watch. This is Devontae. Now, you say, well, they had the best athletes. And they did. They had great athletes. You know, but Sarkisian had to be able to put those guys in space to make those plays. And I don't care who you are. It's all relative. You may have a Devontae light, a poor man's Devontae even, on your little high school team or junior high or rec league team, because the defense you're playing isn't Notre Dame. The defense you're playing isn't Auburn or Georgia, okay? Ohio State. It's all relative. You know, I tell people all the time, fastest guy in the league, maybe a guy with a 5 flat. Everybody else is running a 5.5. Speed's relative, and this kind of stuff's relative. My point is, Alabama didn't reinvent the wheel. A lot of the, you know, I went back and studied and been studying the last few months since January. A lot here in the last week or so. Last 2 weeks, been getting deep into it. And stuff they did was just good football. But they were doing it with great athletes, and they were well coached and well prepared. All right, so Devontae's coming in motion right here. Okay? And Notre Dame, all they do is bump this linebacker. He's not all the way back in the box. He's kind of splitting the outside leg of the DN. All right, now this is, and I believe this is pre-snap. It's hard to tell. And I'm going by body language. They're going to block outside zone or stretch to the right here. And 22, Najee, is going to cross space right here. But you can see by body language, in my opinion, and I don't know, just what I'm observing, that this was pre-snap. He looked over here and he knew he had numbers. Watch. All right, now all it is tight trips, bunch. Okay? You know, well, a lot of people call lemons, bunch left. All right? Bunch right would be grapes. You got an L and an R, you say how easy that is. All right, but look at the numbers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, one of those cats is a Heisman Trophy winner. And this safety is so far off. Now, he's going to fit poor. Okay? All right, so you see, Devontae runs a bubble. All right, he's not going to worry about that DN because that DN can catch your bubble guy. Then you don't need to be running bubble. You're running wrong offense, Hoss. All right, he's going to come out here and he's going to pin this cat. Right here's going to come out and get this guy. So you got 1, 2, 3. Okay? They've got numbers. Even if this is the best safety in the history of safeties right here, he's going to come up and make the tackle right here. That's a gain of 5, 6 yards. Now he's going to fit wrong. Okay? That safety's got to make these other guys in front of him right. And this guy over here, the one that bumped back in, was splitting the outside leg of the defensive end, the linebacker. He's coming hard right here. And then you got a football play. Look, you got this one blocked. This one's about to be blocked. Devontae's about to split them right here. This guy here's did a poor job fitting. If he'd have fit right here, look where the tackle been made right in here. You're still looking 5, 6 yard gain. But he's got to come over here and make it. All right, y'all. I got it on video. Okay. Now, I'm still learning how to edit. All right, see, there he is. See, it was no mesh whatsoever. He just barely did it like a little flash fake. And that's another thing it tells me it was not post-snap. It was pre-snap. Like he's already backing up, quarterback. Boom, don't even put the ball in the pocket. No mesh. And that's one of the things that I said, if you see it and you know it's there, you don't have to ride and decide. Okay, even if that was supposed to be an RPO, he went ahead and decided. Mack had decided. The quarterback had decided. See? Boom. It's real simple. Just throw and catch. There's a toss. I mean, anybody can make that throw. Okay? All right, now, here's an RPO. And it's going to be 2 of them. They're going to look identical. But you notice on the first one, out here, the wide receiver at the top of the screen, he's going to come and do a speed out. And then the second one, and I'll let it roll, is going to come right here and just do a hitch. And both of them 5, 6, 7 yard gains. And it looks like they're running zone right here on both of them. Okay? And this is definitely an RPO. And you said, well, I thought you were going to talk about leverage. That's what leverage is. RPO is post-snap leverage. Okay? And the access throw, the gift, whatever you want to call it, is pre-snap leverage. Are you just, to me, okay? You know, and I got my own twisted mind. They're going to, quarterback's reading this guy right here. And when he commits to the run, he's keying the running back. When he commits to the run, it's a disconnect, and he's throwing. Now, one of them is beautiful. He throws it well before the kid even turns around. Let's watch this. That's about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Now, here's the second one. See, just a little hitch. Let's watch it again. Watch it reading him. See, when he steps up, that gives him a throwing lane. Again, number 10 both times. Or they saw that the night of the game, or they saw that in film, that they could read 10. When he comes up, that gives him a throwing lane. Right there. That's leverage. Got numbers. You're one-on-one. Now, I say, well, what does that do? Well, it could be, help set up the passing game later. Get this guy over here. I don't know. Because the guy's up there and he looks like he's pressing, but apparently they know he's going to bail. So watch. You would think that the hitch or the speed out wouldn't be there. He was playing off on that one. Okay. Oh, that's the next play where he was up in his face. That's one thing he did. So you come right back. You got those 2 plays. You come back and you see the guy's up in his face. That opens up your down the field game. There you go. All right. Now here's LSU 2019. Shouldn't say last year, because I don't know when you're watching this. But it's Joe Burrow. Okay. Now this is pre-snap. Look what you got right here. They're going to run. I believe it's zone. It's going to be a running play right here. Okay. And again, he makes up his mind. Now, when we do that, we'll tell the quarterback, have a signal to say, hey, me, or I got this. I'm throwing it, or some kind of word. Just look over at him and say something to him. That way he won't get in your way on the throw, and he'll keep his distance from you so you won't follow through and hit him in the helmet or anything, quarterback. But look, this guy's way off. This is leverage, y'all. This is the epitome of pre-snap leverage. All right, and this is the gift or the access, depending on who you're talking to. He's going to come right here, and he's going to block him, and this guy's going to play chase, safety. All right, y'all watch. So it's great athletes, getting them in space and letting them do their thing. Now, watch this. Look at the leverage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look, he's way back here. He ain't no account. This guy's way inside. This is super leverage. Look at that. Now, I don't know if they had that built in. Okay. Where if you see it, look, this is another case. You get a little half fake because I'm sure the quarterback told him. He said, hey, I got this. He said, me. What? They're going to block the run up here. So they're blocking zone. That's leverage. That's leverage. All right, now, this one, I ain't really sure what it is. I can't tell if he's reading it, okay? I just don't know. Talking about the quarterback. I don't know if he's reading it or they're just trying to use Devontae with the reputation he has. Now, this is first round of the college football playoff. So Notre Dame's well aware they do a lot of stuff with number 6. Y'all watch it and tell me what you think. I think he was reading it because he got leverage because look, there's 1, 2, 3 guys out there on 2 guys. That's good math. That fake, if it was a fake. So what I'm thinking, okay, if that guy goes back inside, if one of those guys goes inside, he can keep it and flip it on that little slide screen. That's what I call it. To Devontae. See there? I think the quarterback was reading. I think that's kind of an RPO. Maybe not. But it's leverage. Look at it. When you take 3 guys out, that's leverage. All right, now this is just pure RPO the way God intended it right here. This is what Sarkisian calls the glance. It's not a slant like people say because it's different, slant like defined area. They're bringing this motion right here to see if this will bring this guy out. And it does a little bit, but on post snap, I think they've got enough numbers to block these guys in here because they got the H still in there. Okay, I don't think he's reading this guy because this guy can take it away. If this guy sits right here and this guy stays out here, they're taking the 2 receivers, 19 and 8 away. The motion guy and 8. So if he stays right here and he stays out here, there is no pass. Okay? That's why. And I looked at it because I was thinking they're reading right here to begin with. That's what we do it, reading that backside inside linebacker. But this one, they're reading this safety. I'm just pretty sure of that. All right, y'all watch. So when that guy came up, it was over. That's pure run blocking up front. That's not a play action pass, and I don't believe that's predetermined. He's reading this guy right here. Reading him. Look. Soon as he vacated and left that throwing lane, that's leverage. The kind of leverage I'm talking about in this talk. There's other kinds, as we already established. Okay? All right, so using leverage on offense. You got pre and post snap reads by the numbers. All you're doing is counting. It can be as simple as your quick game. You look out here and say, I have this. Okay. That safety's way back. I've got the hitch. I've got the snag. All right. Send your questions and comments to siegel.chip@gmail.com. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to see. And I'll do if I know anything about it. And if I don't, it's a great excuse for me to research it. Like asking the guys about leverage. You know, the first episode of this season, season 2, episode 1 about severe angle blocking, that was a case study for me. I had done it before, but I went back and revisited some of my notes and revisited with some of the coaches, like the guy that taught it to me. Just a great way for me to be better at what I'm trying to do, and that's just to be a better football coach. Please be sure to visit and join my Football Talk with Coach Chip page on Facebook. Don't cost nothing. And also, I am Chip Siegel, at Chip Siegel on Twitter. Okay? So I really enjoyed this little talk. This is a short one. Just thought I'd show you some video. And here's the thing, I'm learning how to edit with my limited skills and my limited technology on my little laptop. But I'm learning how to do it. And been playing with that. And got big things coming. Changes happening. I'll let you know about it later. But until next time, just remember what I always tell you. Be the best version of you. Be better today than you were yesterday. Be better tomorrow than you were today. And then you'll be elite. Be elite, y'all.